Tom.
Hi there, Gus. It's been a while since I've seen you.
Well,
We're so glad you could come tonight and reminisce with us. Do you see any familiar faces here?
oh yeah, but you know, they all look a little bit old. Like I said, I just got back from up Maine, down east. Well, I gotta tell you, Tom, you know, in any of the small town, main towns that I live in, there's three categories of people up there. Now, there's the natives, and I'm a native. I carry my papers wherever I go. And then another category is the people who are from away. You know, they know who they are. They're from away. Then the third category is the transplants. Now, there's nothing wrong with any of those categories at all. The problem that comes up is when a few people from one category kind of slide over into the other category. That's not good. I'll give you an example of that. My next door neighbor lives in the next trailer to mine, about 4 miles up the road. Clyde Perkins, nice fellow, really a good fellow. Going to turn 97 years old this year. And because of his age, he's constantly having interviews by newspaper reporters and magazines, having his picture taken out. He just eats it up. He just loves it. You know, and Clyde wasn't born. He was born in New Hampshire. He never stepped a foot in Maine until he was 6 months old. Now, in all his interviews, he does nothing to dispel that fact. He doesn't tell them anything, you know. Well, he knows that I know. A few months ago, he was over at my trailer. We were sitting around having a few generic beers, you know. And old Clyde started to get philosophical about Maine and age and natives and all that stuff. He says to me, you know, Gus, I know I'm not a native, but you've got to admit that I had 7 kids right out here on this road. They're natives. Well, I said, Clyde, you can call them anything you want. But if I had a cat had kittens in the oven, I wouldn't call them biscuits. And now Clyde in all his years has given us a lot of humor of getting this. And there's many a story about Clyde. I'll give you a few, you know. There's one about Clyde gets stopped by a cop on a one-way street. He's going the wrong way. So the cop says, you know, he's going the wrong way, one-way street. I said, one-way street? I'm only going one way. Well, the cop says, where you going? Cop says, well, I don't know. But I must be late. Everybody else is coming back. Yeah. I was over to Clyde's trailer a few months ago, walking around, and I there in the living room is a full-color picture of the Pope. So I said, Clyde, I thought you was a Baptist. He says, I am a Baptist, right? A true Baptist. I said, well, what are you doing with the picture of the Pope on the wall? Got no picture of the Pope on the wall? I said, Clyde, right there, that's a picture of the Pope. Well, he said, I'll be damned. He says, salesman come through here a while ago, sold me that picture, told me it was a picture of Harry Truman in his Masonic uniform. around here a long time. And he and his brother Clete were in the army during World War I. And they were over there in France. And the sergeant said to them, you boys, I want you boys to dig a hole and bury that dead mule. And they commenced to dig a hole. But they started to argue. Clete says, that's not a mule, that's a donkey. Clyde says, no, ain't, that's a mule. No, back and forth they went. Well, after a while, the company chaplain came by. Listened to the argument. He says, boys, you're both wrong. According to the Bible, that animal's an ass. Well, that settled the argument right there. They come and said, they didn't go on. By and by, the chaplain comes back by again. Says, what are you boys thinking? Foxhole? Clyde says, no, God, under the scripture. I could go on forever, but I'm not going to. No, I got to take the leave.
Oh, I'm sorry to have you leave so
Well, I promised Mother I'd take over the Elks for supper. You don't back off on those things. Good to see you.
soon.